Well, there have been several standoffs this week in Central Florida. The latest, of course, this morning at Millwee Middle School in Longwood. Now, because it was a child who ended up being shot, this one is very emotional, especially for the deputy who did the shooting. Joining us now to talk more about this is Richard Weinblatt. Richard, you're a former police chief who now manages the police academy at Seminole Community College. Tell me briefly, how is law enforcement feeling at this point when somebody actually has to shoot a person, in this situation, a child?
Well, Beth, obviously law enforcement people are trained professionals. And I have to tell you, the Seminole County Sheriff's Office is a terrific agency. I work very closely with them. I have a lot of good friends with them, particularly on the SWAT team. They do teach our police academy. And they're very good at what they do, and they're very professional at what they do. So I'm sure that this was the best outcome that could happen, given the tragic turns of events.
Talk to me, though, about the emotion. What does a law enforcement officer feel like after pulling that trigger? They are trained to withstand and put up with, but what do their emotions, how do they behave after, right after they pull the trigger?
Well, a lot of people think that police officers, deputy sheriffs are robots, and they are human beings. They cry like you and I, they laugh like you and I, but the Seminole County Sheriff's Office, like a lot of other large, sophisticated agencies, have mechanisms in place, such as critical incident stress debriefing teams. They have counselors available, and they work with the deputies, and they make sure that they're doing okay with this as best as can be done under the circumstances, and that they can go forward. And of course, of this incident, but I am sure, knowing the people there, that they did the best they could with it.
Talk to me about the tactical procedures that are done. You're talking about how we're in a post-Columbine high school world where a lot of the security measures are different. What is different now as opposed to then?
Well, without getting into the specific nitty-gritty tactical thing, officers pretty much just stood by. They waited for regional SWAT teams to get together. That's what happened in Columbine. And since then, and I'd gone through some of that training myself when I was in uniform, they wanted to get in there and identify the threat, contain the threat, and just move forward.
So things have changed.
Things have changed for the better. Officers have gotten more sophisticated in their training. And Seminole County, Orange County, all these agencies in this area have obviously gone with that trend and are very professional.
But very difficult nonetheless. Thank you very much, Richard Weinblatt, former police chief who now manages the police academy at Seminole Community College, with the latest on this very difficult day for law enforcement, especially in Seminole County.